Hey, this our Golden Terror again? Yeah, that's our Georgia Tech guy.
It's our Georgia Tech guy, and just, dude, we talk about it every week.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking ripped is Ron Garvin here? Ron Garvin, if you drew a wrestler, you'd probably draw somebody who looks like Ron Garvin.
Yeah, I think Ron Garvin would be, Ron Garvin was from what I call the Paul Orndorff school, just as fucking tough as nails, and had wrestled around. And had you taken Paul Orndorff and removed him from that scene with Vader in the back when they got in the fight,
yeah,
and stuck Ronnie Garvin in there, Ronnie Garvin would have beat Vader's ass too.
Yeah,
I mean, they're both cut from the same. They're just see what Ronnie's doing right there. He drove the point of the elbow in the back of this guy.
Yeah,
I mean, and that wouldn't have worked, man. That's
real.
Yeah, this is real. And Ronnie just, I don't know. You call it sadistic? I don't know. I just really enjoyed fucking around with these guys, stretching them. That's old school stuff. I had a chance recently to go to the Nightmare Factory and address some of the students there. And of course, that's the school that Cody and QT are putting on. And of course, also Glacier's a part of that. And I'm addressing these kids, and then I'm watching them work out, and I'm watching what they do. And these guys, they have some great things that they have them do to learn the business.
Right.
But I was thinking in my mind, as I'm watching them, I'm thinking about, that ain't the way it used to be when you wanted to be a wrestler.
Right.
Society has changed, obviously, a great deal, but I can remember going to the old Charlotte Coliseum, which is now the Bojangles Arena. Hello, Jay-Z Flair, the Bojangles Arena, and seeing Gene Anderson have a guy run the steps until he almost dropped, and then have him come in the ring, roll in the ring, and have one of the guys beat the fuck out of him. Beat him to fucking death. And then if he came back and wanted to do it again, then you had a chance to be a wrestler, and most of them wouldn't. That was the weeding out process. So Ronnie Garvin was one of these guys that, just really beat the fuck out of you. Like he's kind of doing now. Look at that. I enjoy seeing that. I mean, Ronnie he also knew how to work. That punch of his was always a working punch, but it looked good. But up until that moment, watch the fuck out. I mean, if I'm one of the young guys and I see Ronnie Garvin's name on the format, I'm thinking, oh God, here we go.
You think fast forward, like, I don't know, 10 years in WCW, those worldwide tapings, Kevin Sullivan sort of did the same thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He sawed off, just a giant muscle in the ring. And because maybe he was shorter in stature, much like Ron Garvin.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat the fuck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to believe that I'm real when this is over.
Yep.
Let's hear a little of that music.
We own that music. Mike Dawkins is going to be knocking on your door.
Ric Flair, Ron Garvin, what a classic battle we have seen right here on the Super Station. And what we just saw, knocking a man out not once, but twice. Definitely, you want that title, still want that World Heavyweight title.
Well, Tony, I'm not a quitter. First of all, before I go any further, I'd like to say thank you for the cards and letters. I can't answer all of them, but I try to do my best. And I'm proud to be an American. It's a great feeling, and I'm going to tell you, Ric Flair, if you think for a second that I'm going to quit, well, you got another thing coming, because I am not a quitter. You lose a ball game, you don't hang it up and quit. No, you try harder. That's exactly what Ronnie Garvin's going to do. I'm just going to try harder and harder and until I get it. You see, because sooner or later, Ric Flair, you're running out of steam, see? I don't know if you're running on regular or unleaded or what. Or whatever, you better add some booster to it, because you're slowing down, and slowly and gradually I'm going to get you. You see, it don't matter where, if it's in Cleveland, Ohio, if it's in San Francisco, if it's in New York, if it's right here in Atlanta, it don't matter. You see, because I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's where you're at the end of that tunnel, and I'm coming. You see, you can say I talk about Space Mountain. Yeah. Well, the next time I'm going to wrestle him, you better tell the people that after you wrestle me next time, Space Mountain's going to be shut down. It's going to be closed for the night. Because you see, I got one weapon. You got the figure four. I've got a punch. And I got a lot more than that. See, I got a lot of wrestling ability. and I've got a lot of people behind me. And believe it or not, it makes a big difference. When you stand in that ring and you got 10,000 people cheering you on, go Garvin, go. You see, that inspires me. And I appreciate all the support the fans give me because I know I need it, but I'm doing it for myself also because my dream is going to come true. And the only way you make a dream come true is you keep going after it until you get it. And 1986 is the year Ric Flair, Slick Rick, is going down, so is Space Mountain.
Okay, Ron Garvin says 1986 is it for Ric Flair. Let's go to more action.
So Ron Bass here is about to beat the shit out of poor Larry Clark. But dude, that got all over me. I want to add some context. This is 1986.
Mm-hmm.
In 1984, Lee Greenwood put out an album, You've Got a Good Love Coming. And one of the hits on that song that everybody my age had to listen to throughout school was God Bless the USA. And one of the verses starts, and I'm proud to be an American. And fucking Ron Garvin just hit it out of nowhere. He's clearly just riding around, listening to the radio on the way in. And I'm going to use that in my promo. And he shoehorned it in where it made no fucking sense. None. The best part of the whole deal is, well, I mean, I guess that doesn't really matter. He's Canadian. He's from fucking Montreal. And I'm proud to be an American. Just shoehorn it in there.
Okay. Let me add some context to this too. Okay.
Please do.
Okay. This is after the Challenger exploded.
Oh,
okay.
There.
Yeah. Challenger exploded the end of January of 1986. And I think that was just kind of his way to, I don't know.
Acknowledge it.
Yep. It could have been. I may be wrong, but I know this is pretty close to after the Challenger exploded. So maybe that's why it did, but it's funny.
Okay, let me ask. There was a moment where Jim Cornette threw a fireball in Ronnie Garvin's face.
Okay.
And Cornette comes out, and I believe you're holding the stick. And he's doing a promo, and he has a line that Dusty hates so bad he makes him go back out and redo it.
Okay.
And the line was when he's bragging about throwing the fireball in Ronnie Garvin's face. Ronnie Garvin went up like the Challenger, and Dusty was like, "Nope, go redo that." Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Tell us about that because it's not going to air because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jim gladly went out and redid it. I mean, he did not bitch or complain that he had to go redo it.
Yeah,
I think
over the line. Yeah.
Yeah, Jim knew, and Jim it probably hit him like, oh God, I shouldn't have said that. And I remember him going out and redoing it. And I remember when it happened because, I mean, I'm standing out there. I wasn't told Jim's going to come back out and redo it. I just saw him come back out. And when he came back out, I knew exactly what was going on because of what he had said.
Right.
So again, I'm out front there. I'm not even sure I had an IFB in.
Really?
We need to check on one of these interviews. I don't think they had any communication to me at all from the back, which is kind of odd when you think about it. But I mean, that's old school, right? Bob Cottle back in the day they never had. Just go out there and talk, dude. And if there's something we don't like, we'll tell you during a commercial break. Come out and do it, which I've seen. I saw Jimmy do that one time to Roger Dean. Whew. Man, he fucking hammered his ass.